Hey there, card fighters. It's me, Royal Paladin 813. If you couldn't guess by the intro card right here, or you couldn't guess based off of the name of the video, I figure it's been out for a couple of weeks now. It's about time I do my deck profile on Touken Ranbu. I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce the name, so please bear with me through that because I don't want to butcher it that badly. Starter's effect is Soul Charge him, target 2 units you control, they each gain plus 3k till end of turn. The reason why I use him is I can actually set up derp-tastic combos, and I'll get to the combos at the end of the video, don't worry about that, but for now let me just put him over there. After that, I play 4 copies of the generic crit trigger, because they don't really have that many good trigger choices. I hate playing Rainbow, I prefer the aggression, so after the 4 crit triggers there, I play 4 copies of the good crit trigger. It's the only crit trigger that they have with an effect. His effect is Soul Charge him, target 2 rearguard or 2 units you control in the front row. They each gain plus 3k till end of turn and draw a card. He has to be in stand when you Soul Charge him, and it's only when your Vanguard declares an attack. So you just basically usually drop him in a back row, attack with something unboosted, and then attack with the Vanguard boosted or unboosted, Soul Charge him, and then yay. So part of the combo that are combos, because this is multi-card single derp helmet combo kind of bullshit that it comes up with. 4 copies of heal trigger, because you need 4 in every deck. After that, 4 copies of the stand trigger. Stand trigger's effect is when your Vanguard declares an attack, if he's in rest, you can restand him. If you have a grade 4 Vanguard, so basically if you have a Stride, and the Stride has a Hamore ability, or Hamora, or however it's pronounced, you can restand the unit in front of it also. So yeah, having a restanding boost unit, even if it is a 4k, does help. And the fact that you're playing stand triggers means when you attack with a rearguard column, and the attack hits or misses, it doesn't matter. Attack with a Vanguard, restand that stand trigger. If you hit a stand trigger, you restand the unit in front of it, and then they just look at you like the fuck happened. After that, 4 copies of the PD, because Quintet Walls suck. His effect is same as all others, basically. If there's another copy of him in the drop zone, unflip 1 damage. You do a bit of counterblasting, but it's not too heavy. After that, 4 copies of the Stride Enabler, except he's a different Stride Enabler. His effect is Soul Charge, and your Stride unit gains plus 5k, and also an additional, I think it has to be specifically Stride. Nope, yeah, it has to be specifically Stride. Plus 5k to your Vanguard, and also your Vanguard gains the additional ability of Soul Blasting 1, Unflipping 2 if it hits. So there's that. After that, I play 4 copies of this guy, who says if you have a grade 3 or lower Vanguard, and you have 3 or more rested rearguards, if you have 3 damage or more, when your Vanguard declares an attack, you can Soul Charge him, plus 10k to the Vanguard. So that's going to be just for a different derp-tastic combo, so let me put that over there. After that, I play 2 copies, or 1 copy of each of these cards. I know one of techs usually don't work, and believe it or not, I still think these 2 cards are the best filler slots for the perfect pyramid build. You know, that one that I've talked about like a few times. Target any grade, plus or minus 3, and that should be how many are in the next grade. So it's always going to be 8, 11, 14, 17. These are basically the last 2 filler slots. They're generic 8Ks for my build, if you have them both, but they're still fun. After that, I run 4 copies of this silly man. His effect is when I have 3 or more damage, if he's attacking on rearguard at your Vanguard, not if he successfully attacks, but if he's just declaring the attack, Counterblast 1, Soul Blast 1, Ditch 1, Draw 2. And he's got a 7k base. And this kind of goes with that hugely derptastic combo that I was talking about, because you use the starter and now he's a 10k base. And you use that crit trigger, and now he's a 13k base. And if you hit with him, and then you hit a stand trigger afterwards, you restand him, and you do his effect again. Because why not? After that, 4 copies of this guy. His effect is Counterblast 1 if he successfully hits. Restand him. It's a rearguard-only ability. He gains plus 2k, loses the ability to attack a Vanguard, but also gains the ability of attacking back row boosters. So it is a way I can deal with Laurel and stuff like that, so it's always fun to have him. After that, 3 12k attackers, because they didn't have that much good grade 2 support either, but it's probably going to be the only set that they get. So yeah, it's what you got to deal with outside of Cray Elementals. After that, 4 copies of the grade 3. Rearguard effect is if you have 3 or more damage, I believe he gains just plus 2k. Yep, and if you have a grade 4 or greater Vanguard. So he's a 13k rearguard. Also, when I stride into a specific grade 4, every card in my hand gains grade plus 2. So I can literally just ditch a grade 2 or ditch a grade 1. I've actually ditched PDs before, so that way I get a PD in the drop zone because it's a stride now. It's traded as grade 3 thanks to this card's effect. After that, I played 2 copies of him. He is my preferred backup grade 3. His effect is when he hits, you can, when he specifically hits, you can, I believe it's a counterblast, or, yeah, it's a counterblast 1. When he specifically hits, you can, soul blast 1, countercharge 1, grab a grade 3 from your drop zone. So he doesn't counterblast, he soul blasts. So as you can tell, the theme of the deck is basically soul blast heavy. After that, I do play 2 copies of him. He is part of the other combo that I was talking to you about, the one that has a card sitting over here for. Because his effect is counterblast 1. He has to be the 3rd battle, basically, because you can't have a unit in the front row that's in stand. Counterblast 1, he gains plus 15. So he's a 26k, unboosted. Because that's not broken to all hell. So that goes over there because I'm still not done yet. After that, I play 3 copies of this guy, who basically says if you're striding into him, and that one unit that treats everything as a grade 3, basically everything but triggers, if he is in heart, when you stride into him, he gains plus 5k. So really, that's 31, not 26. He also lets your entire front row gain plus 3k, or it's the rear guards, I think, actually, because he's getting the plus 5 on it. So yeah, your rear guards each gain plus 3k, which is great. So yeah, that's why I play 4 of him. I play 3 of him because everything's a stride enabler for him. After that, I play, for my other grade 3s, 3 copies of this guy. I know, he has a E-Special Persona counter flip, or whatever you want to refer to it as, a Persona flip. But his effect is, when he successfully attacks, you can pay cost by flipping a copy of him, rest 5 of your rear guards, and restand him. He only gets a single drive check. So worst case scenario, you still get 4 drive checks if he hits, and you want to rest all your rear guards. But with cards like that stand trigger, that's not really a problem. So let me throw another one of those over there, because that's why it's needed over there. And then after that, I play 2 copies of the other stride. His effect is counterblast 1, flip something face up in your G zone. He gains plus 3k for every unit that's face up. If there's 2 or more units that are face up, he also gains an extra crit. And in addition to that, for every 2 face up units in your G zone, you get to retire 1 unit in your opponent's front row. So yeah, he does that. I usually use him as the 4th unit that I stride into, so I have 3 face up, flip a copy of anything face up, and then instantly I just retire your entire front row. Now, back to this little 2-card combo, because this is the 2-card combo that basically is Helmet. Everything else there is basically, for this combo, is just support, so that way you can do different styles and make it retarded. Attack with him. Have 3, you obviously have to have 2 units in the front row rested, or no units in the front row. So basically, if you have 1, 2, and you're boosting, you have that rested, you have that rested, you have that rested. Hey, look, actually, 1, 2, 3, right there, 1, 2, 3. If you don't even have a column over there, counterblast the 1, he's now 26. Hey, look at that, soul charge him, he's now 36. Because that's not stupid numbers, and that's 36 plus boost. Other combo is basically that. That is the other combo that I like to do, because these 2 just let me get extra draws and powers on this card. Attack boosted, effect activates, ditch 1, draw 2, attack, skill activates, restand, doesn't matter what you do, attack again, ditch 1, draw 2. So you instantly get like a huge hand boost, especially when you have another one of this guy over here or something like that, or you hit a stand trigger. But yeah, card fighters, that was basically a quick run through the deck profile. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and like always, rate, comment, subscribe. Peace.